Hey everybody, it's Gilbert Nichols. I wanted to come to you with the sales tip of the week. Hey, I just recently was talking with somebody who is doing some marketing in a particular neighborhood, and he is an alarm company, and he wanted to be able to reach out to people that, in his way, as far as marketing goes, he was putting flyers in doors. And of course, that's very labor intensive, but when you're first starting out, you want to try and get whatever you can where you can with what you could afford. So anyway, he got a call from somebody, but instead of it being a call that would result in a sale, it resulted in a bad experience and a learning opportunity. It went like this: lady gets a flyer in her door, and she calls up and says, "Hey, would you leave this flyer in my door for it? Would have probably set off my alarm, and consequently I would have been out of luck as far as getting I'd have a false alarm to deal with." Well, this guy, being an alarm specialist, he came back and said, "Well, that can't happen. That wouldn't. I do alarms all day. That doesn't happen. Because when I open the door, it does not set off the alarm." Well, that was the end of the conversation. And that happened many years ago, and that customer has never called him for an alarm work. Why? Well, number one, he made her feel stupid because he knew more than she did. And she was upset and angry that somebody left a flyer in the door, and she called to complain. Well, what she did was she actually did what he wanted her to do, which was call. He wanted people to read the flyer and say, "I need, somebody to look at my alarm," or "I need an alarm system," or whatever, and to call him, and that would have been a great thing. And the number two thing is not only do you, if you make somebody stupid, they're not going to feel good about it, but also you're going to make them sound like a liar and say, "Oh, so you know more than me, so you're going to set me straight. You think I'm going to buy something from you? No, not going to happen." So when you talk to a customer that calls you up and maybe they're angry about a lot of things and they're going to take it out on you, what would be a better response? My suggestion is that you turn around and say, "Well, ma'am, now that I'm talking to you on the phone, who do you have currently for an alarm system?" And if they say the competitors, say, "Well, great. How do you like that company?" And they could say a number of things. It's okay. If you had any changes you would make, what would they be? And so then you take note of those changes and you say, "Well, ma'am, let me tell you what our company's doing." And you mentioned that one of the changes we're doing, and you outlined that you'd like to be able to sit down with her and show her how she could not only save money, but maybe avoid having those kind of problems by going with your company. You could turn it into a sales victory instead of a sales failure. And it all depends on your attitude at the time you're receiving the call. So next time you get an angry customer calling you saying that they didn't like something, or somebody calling and saying, "I don't like you putting this in my mailbox," or whatever, turn it around. See if you can't make a deal out of it anyway. If not, make a friend who will turn around and refer you to somebody else. Who knows? That one customer could mean a lot more to you. Hope that helps. Have a great day.